Good morning. Hope you had a nice weekend. I hope you're ready for an exciting week in the markets. So lots to talk about today. There's a lot of good setups potentially going to happen. It's very early in the day, in the trading week. So as the day progresses, things may change, but we'll see how we go. I'll show you what I'm seeing. I'll share my screen and get into this if I can. So there's a lot to go through. It's nice when we get a lot of choice, but it does mean we have to make try and choose the best of any currency that sets up. Okay, so we'll start off with Aussie Swiss at the top. So you can see there's a nice big list there to go through. Right, so what do we have? We've got we talked about this on Friday. This break of the daily 50, was that going to be a breakdown, or was that just a kind of a loose retest of the daily 50 and that's going to make up? So Friday's given us the indication that we are going long, very bullish day on Friday, so we were saying to continue today. We zoom into the 1 hour chart. Okay, so we've got, the only issue I've got here is the fib. The fib, I'm using a fib here which lines up about where it is now with the daily pivot, but that's on this low here, which is not really a great low, because if you go to the 4 hour chart, you can see there's no real swing there. It's just kind of a one candle. So not the best of fibs. Back on the 1 hour. But apart from that, it looks good. If it does keep going up before it pulls back, then that's fine. It means that we can maybe perhaps adjust our fib down here somewhere, which might be more relevant. So we'll see how that one progresses during the day. Apart from that, it's a nice bullish strength, nice looking CBO. With a 4 hour here and the 1 hour 50 catching up, 4 hour 50 and the 1 hour 50 catching up very quickly. So that's looking promising. Aussie yen. Again, Aussie having a very bullish day on Friday. Look for that to continue today. Seems to be some kind of trend line here. Maybe that's just a coincidence, 3 touches. But we have, again, a very just bullish action all day Friday. And now need a pullback. So this fib again is a little bit dodgy. This is not a very big swing, but it's okay. Not the best. At the moment, that's looking like the best place for the bottom of our fib. So 382 lines up with 4 hour 50, 1 hour 50 catching up very quickly. Does pull back in the next few hours. That could be a nice looking CBO long. Right, let's look at Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, we've had, okay, so I'm thinking that maybe this level here is going to be some kind of resistance. Looking at these highs here, just the one if you go back, yeah, there's quite a few touches here. So here and almost here and here. So there's potentially a strong level to break through. MACD wise, we have, right, it's not conclusive, right? It seems to be losing momentum, but it's not conclusive either way. Looking at the 1 hour chart, we have a pretty strong break through the 4 hour 50 and 1 hour 50, and get a pullback to a 382 fib and a 1 hour 50 with a 4 hour 50 just behind that. Could be a nice little CBO, although it has been going racing away at the moment. We need to pull back. At the moment, the fib still looks okay. 4 hour 50 is still okay. It pulls back now. So keep an eye on that one, Aussie dollar. That's obviously a CBO long as well. Right, CAD Swiss. CAD Swiss, we have, well, we saw that on the MACD, we've got a big divergence across these lows here, although they are getting equal lows on the price chart. So we're losing momentum, ready for some sort of pullback. And we had a bullish day on Friday. So how does that look on our 1 hour chart? So very strong bullish day. and looks like it's pulling back now, although it has gone a bit bullish the last two candles. It does pull back now. We'll have an IBOC. See, because we've already crossed the 4-hour 50. Pulls back to the 1-hour 50 in the next few hours. We're not IBOC long. Take it to the daily 50, which is where the screen line is. That could be a nice little trade for later. Okay, Jen. Again, we've got a MACD. Got a bullish day yesterday, Friday. So looking for that to continue. And we're going to break through the 4-hour 50, 1-hour 50 catching up. Again, the fib is not that great, but we do have a few options here on the fib. None of them are particularly great. Go to the 4-hour chart, we probably see there's not much in there at all. Yeah, it's just a straightforward vertical run almost. So the fibs aren't great, but should it pull back, that still lines up nicely for a CBO, 4-hour 50, 1-hour 50 catching up. CAD Swiss another 6 to 8 hours away for setting up, so it could be a nice little setup. We'll see how that one plays out. Sets up. EuroCAD. EuroCAD. Okay, got a MACD, have we? Yes, got a MACD divergence. Lower highs on the MACD, higher highs on the price action. Bearish day on Friday, and again, hopefully that will continue today from a strong level, strong resistance level. And we've had a breakthrough of 1-hour 50. Now it's time for it to pull back and hopefully give us a nice entry. Where it is at the moment, 1-hour 50 is okay, but it's going to keep on coming down. So they might, okay, that's 6 to 8 hours away, so that still might be an issue of how that lines up. We'll just see how it plays out in the day. Maybe it'll set up nicely. We can take it down a bit lower. And that'll be an IBO. Looking at that, probably an IBOA. Probably got a 4-hour lower high as well as a lower low on here. Pretty sure. Quick check. Yeah, we see that swing down, swing back, swing down again. So IBA, that looks pretty good. Euro Swiss. Bouncing off the daily 50, bullish day on Friday, and looking for that to continue. This is actually quite a good fib level here, I think. Let's check the 4-hour. Well, we've got a wick, not the best, but it's okay. And if this was the high and it pulled back now, that could be a nice little CBO long. 1-hour 50 catching up, 4-hour 50 just behind. Fibs line up nicely, and it's close to also being a pip snatcher as well. Daily pivot there, right here. So we play charts to the highs. So that's potentially a very nice looking setup. Euro yen. Euro yen, we've had a double bottom, we've had a MACD divergence, we can see that's a higher low. Expecting that long pressure to continue, and again we've got this time we can go take a MACD, sorry, a fib from the lows and pull back from here. The ABC correction looks looking good. We'll take us back to the 1-hour 50 with the 4-hour 50 just behind it. That could be a nice looking CBO long as well. Good stuff, pound CAD. Pound CAD. Deceleration on Thursday, bearish day on Friday. This is a pretty strong level. I think I did check it. Going back, we've got touches here and a very strong level here. So it's a pretty good level. Expecting some more bearish pressures today. On the 1-hour chart, we have this. We have a breakthrough of 1-hour 50, which is nice. The fibs don't line up. Maybe they do this. Yeah, fibs line up here with the daily pivot. It pulls back now, but pound CAD is another 6 to 8 hours away. It's not likely to set up before an entry, before UK Open. So 6 to 8 hours, who knows what it's going to do in that time. Just trundle sideways with no direction, maybe okay. It might just come down and pull back, so keep an eye on that. There's a few choices for the fib this week here, or to the top of this one. And Swiss. We have a bit of bullish pressure going on, expecting this to continue today. This to go long. And it's stretched. There we go. So we have a possible pip snatcher here. We've got a kind of trend line, which will give some kind of protection. Close that gap already. Hopefully it will just hang around here, pull back. Bounce for 6 to 8 hours. That 1 hour 50 will catch up. That could be a nice little pip snatcher, or could it be a hybrid trade? Probably not the room to these highs for hybrid trade, but a quick one-time pip snatcher could be the way to go. Pound yen. Pound yen, we're getting bullish pressure again, like all the yen pairs. So expecting that to continue today. Not the best looking setup. Probably the best thing for this one would be a pip snatcher, and there are better yen setups out there probably, but I'll just show you that one as a quick pip snatcher if that's your thing. Kiwi CAD. Again, bullish pressure on Friday. So we've had what we talked about last week was this break of this support resistance level, pull back for a retest, and then Friday acts as a support, and hopefully that will continue today. The 1 hour chart, we've got a trend line here that looks okay. Looks like it might already have had the pip snatcher, and it might already be playing out, so that one's probably gone. It's quite, yeah, it's early in the day, but it's shooting off already. Okay, that was probably gone. Kiwi CAD, Kiwi Swiss. Another bullish day on Friday. Give that to continue, and I think it's going to pull back to this level for a CBO long. Pull back to the 1 hour 50 and 4 hour 50 just behind it, and daily 20 and daily 50 just behind that as well. But it's like it's off on its own little journey north, so maybe that won't pull back. We'll have to wait and see. Kiwi yen. Very bullish day on Friday, and then it's very much the daily 50, and here we can see it. So long run, if it does pull back to fibs line up okay, pulls back soon to 382, hourly 50, daily pivots here as well, so it could also act as a pip snatcher if you wanted to. So that could be off later on. Kiwi dollar. Kiwi dollar, bullish action on Friday. We've hit this level, which is pretty strong. We've got a high here, a high here. So we're trading into that or through that. So quick pip snatcher might be the way to go if you're not scared of that level, but there's probably better pairs out there. But that was the intention of quick pip snatcher, but the Kiwi seems to have gained strength in the last few minutes. So probably not going to happen. Dollar CAD. Dollar CAD. So probably got it's a bit of a range. So it's not a very nice general price action. We've had a breakdown through the daily 50, pulled back to the daily 50, and then rejection of it, and we're heading short. So have we broken through this level yet? Not conclusively. So be aware that that support level exists. But it's on a mission, isn't it? It's still going down. So we need to pull back soon for not soon, we've got 6 to 8 hours for that set up, but that does pull back to the hourly 50, the 4 hour 50 just behind it. That could be a nice CBO short. Again, daily pivots there, so that could also be a pip snatcher as well if that's your thing. And one last one to look at, which we'll be hopefully seeing up later on, is pound Kiwi. So we had both the daily 50 to this support resistance level, which is pretty strong. It's not that well defined, but it's been a lot of rejections around this level, and a rejection on Friday. So we went straight back through the daily 50, looks like we could be going further short. If we do, we need it to already had break and retest of the hourly 50. So now you need to break down further below the 4 hour 50, pull back, do a nice CBO short. So that might be one for later on. And that's what I have. Okay, there you go. So there's absolutely loads of possible setups happening there. Just pick the best, pick which ones you think look the best with your preferences and the quality of the setup, just the premium trades. Hopefully someone will set up nicely. We'll have to wait and see. I wish you all the best in the markets. If you're not a member of Pro Trader, scottprotrader.com. You can sign up for some free training and learn all about what we do here at Pro Trader, and you can then come and join us if you want to learn this amazing skill. I will catch you tomorrow. Wish you all the best. I'll see you then. Take care.